What's up, guys? It's Wombat, and today we're going to be doing a review of this Blaze Ragnaruk 4Cross Flugel. It's got stamina.
I actually got this version of Blaze Ragnaruk from I forget what it's called. It's not the God entry set. It's literally like the 3-pack that comes with BR, KS, and GV. But I only bought the BR because I should have bought the red prize version because I saw it for $10. But I got the blue one instead because I thought it looked better. But oh well. Let's get on to the review of the parts. So, first off, the god layer is Blaze Ragnaruk. It's got some decent stamina, decent defense. It outclassed D2, I think. The way it plays is really similar to D2. The slopes aren't as extreme, but it's still pretty good at destabilizing. It does well on things like Orbit and Atomic. It can outspin some revolve combos on them. And it's got some like decent defense too. Unfortunately, it's kind of like outweighed nowadays because I know when I tested it against Siege Excalibur, Legend Spriggan, probably some other contemporary attackers, it was just getting tossed around like it was nothing. Like Siege Excalibur got a bunch of late game KOs on it, so as good as it once was, like it was a better D2 for a while, but now I think it's outclassed. And overall, it's got some like decent burst attack too. Like it can burst things like I don't know. But it's if you launch it aggressively, it's got a chance of bursting the opponent. So something like I used Blaze Ragnaruk Yell Atomic for a while, something like that. Blaze Ragnaruk 7 Glaive Orbit, something I don't know. So the disc is 4Cross. I have found so I usually don't agree with these kinds of things. I don't agree with like the whole heavier is better mindset that's kind of been popular in Toronto and in other places nowadays, but I honestly think 4 might be completely outclassed by 7 at this point. At least I'm not like 100% sure, but I'm like thinking, wow, maybe yeah, they're actually right. 7 is a lot better. Because when I used 4 Meteor as opposed to 7 Meteor on Legend Spriggan, 4 bursts significantly more. It does considerably worse each time. It may have like more stamina or like better performance in opposite spin than 7, but I haven't really tested that yet. And even on something like Twin Nemesis, where the shape would match up really well, it's outclassed by 5. And then possibly 0 now. No one's really tested 0 yet, I don't think, but yeah, 4 is kind of outclassed actually. It's a good all-around disc. I found 4 without a frame to be about the same burst resistance as Knuckle was. I used Zillion Zeus Force Zephyr once at a tournament as kind of like a mixed attacker. And then the cross frame is also, it's like right behind Glaive for Life After Death, but it doesn't get used because it's not as good as Glaive. I think it might actually be better than Glaive in right spin for some setups. And a combo I like to use this on a lot is Siege Excalibur 2-cross Atomic, or 2-cross Weight. Because of the shape of 2, it lines up really well with Cross. And Cross the Frame also lines up pretty well with Siege Excalibur, because Siege Excalibur is kind of square shaped like Cross is, or diamond shaped, depending on how you look at it. So that's a pretty solid combo. If you use Atomic, it has a better chance. It bursts a little more, but has a better chance of outspinning opposite spin combos. And with Weight, it's got a bit more, I guess, controllable attack, because I find Weight to be probably the best semi-mobile attack driver. And then Flugel is the driver. It's basically like Survive, but also with DF-145 from MFB. It's got these 4 wings on the side that when they spin, they're supposed to produce like downforce. But it doesn't actually do anything. It's probably a little slightly better than Survive, if anything. And I've actually found that like Cross to a Survive shaped and sized tip is a pretty good transition from Procession to Life After Death, but it's probably not good enough to beat any like super competitive setup like Atomic or even something like Cycle C. That was a pretty smooth fall over. Probably not good enough to beat something like Atomic or Cycle or Destroy or Bearing though. So overall, Flugel is pretty just outclassed. It's not a very useful driver. Revolve is better. A bunch of other things are better. And overall, while Blaze Ragnaruk might have been a must-buy when it came out, which is shortly before I got it. Like, I didn't have it for Anime North, but I had it afterward. Blaze Ragnarok's kind of outclassed, but it's still usable in some situations. 4 is a good, like, all-around disc, but 7's better than in most situations. I'm not sure about all situations just yet. Cross is good, but I'm pretty sure there's better ways to obtain it by this point. And Flugel is just a slightly better Survive. Can't compete with like Revolve or other better stamina drivers. So I might have recommended this at one point, but now I've got to say Blaze Ragnarok probably isn't worth the purchase. I mean, I don't regret buying it because I got the nice blue color, but I don't think it's worth the purchase now. So next I think is actually Drained Fafnir. I'm surprised that like such a game-changing Beyblade would be released so early into the God series, but yeah, I'll see you then.